Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Tori Lynn. Let's blossom today. Alright guys, welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to be using the Hot Butter Rum palette from Too Faced to create another simple look. This is the look I've created. If you guys like it and you want to see how I got here, just keep watching. Jumping right in. So, let's see. I have already prepped and gotten my skin ready, but I'm wanting to use this Pretty Fresh foundation from ColourPop. I used this in a recent video and I actually really like it, so I'm going to test it out again with you guys today, just see if I'm still loving it. So I'm just going to take my dampened beauty sponge and apply this to my face. Now, sticking with the Pretty Fresh skin, I'm going to be using the concealer. This was in the shade Fair 20N. And by the way, the foundation was in the shade Fair 1N. Once your concealer is on, I'm going to go ahead and bake using my Coty Translucent Air Spun Powder and a Tarte Beauty Sponge. While I'm letting that bake, I'm going to go ahead and toss on my brows using my ABH Brow Dip Pomade in the shade Taupe. Moving down into the eyes, I'm going to be using the Hot Butter Rum palette again. I used this a few weeks ago in a video, and I have been loving this palette. It has been great for fall, so I wanted to show you just another simple look that I do with this palette. So I like to start with the shade here called Bottoms Up. It's a nice taupey light brown shade that works perfect for the crease. This is just a nice transition blending shade. Next, I'm going to be going in with this reddish brown shade called Cinnamon here. And I'm going to start by working that into the crease. All the way from the outer corner all the way into the inner corner. And then down onto the lid, all the way down to that lash line. Next, I'm going to grab the dark brown shade in the palette called Spiked. And this shade does have some glittery chunks in it. It's not a shimmer shade, but I'm going to go ahead and work that just slightly in the outer crease there. Bringing it about a third of the way in the eye and then down onto the lash line. This will help create just a little bit of depth. Next, I'm going to take just a fluffy blending brush and blend those two shades together. I'm going to set that palette aside for a minute, and I'm going to go back to the face, and I'm going to set everything and get it all ready, get my skin finished up. I'm going to be taking, again, my Coty Translucent Airspun Powder to set everything. Gonna bronze up using my Hoola bronzer from Benefit. Then I'm gonna contour my nose real quick, like. I recently have been putting on my highlight before my blush, and I'm kind of loving it, so I'm sticking with that. And I used this highlighter in a recent video, one I hadn't used in a long time, but I kind of like remembered how much I love this highlight. This is the Ofra highlight in the shade Rodeo Drive. Obviously, I loved it a lot back in the day, and I kind of quit using it because it got so low, but I used it in my draw for my hat video, which if you haven't seen, that was a pretty fun video. Go ahead, I will link it down below. Go check that video out. So I used this highlight in that video, and I kind of rediscovered my love for it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and highlight with Rodeo Drive. And like I said, recently I've been putting my blush on after my highlight. I feel like it helps smooth everything together, and a lot of times if you put on a highlight that's real strong, you kind of lose your blush in the midst of it. So I am topping off my cheeks with the blush instead. So this is the Kissin' a Frog blush from the Disney ColourPop collection, and I'm just gonna go ahead and blush up my cheeks. So now I want to move back up into the eyes. I'm going to grab that palette again, and I want to add a little bit of color to the bottom lash line. So I'm going to use the orangey shade in the palette called a Buttered Rum. And I work that right under the eye. So before we go ahead and set this palette aside, I'm going to use this shimmery white shade down here called Whipped Cream, and I'm going to pop that on the inner corner of my eye and along the brow bone as well. Now I want to go back in with that very first brush we used that we dipped into the shade Bottoms Up, but I'm not going to dip back into the shade anymore. Just gonna go and soften that line up. And then I'm gonna grab my favorite chunky dense brush here and buff that line out as well. This will just really soften things up. Now I'm going to spray my face down using the ColourPop Pretty Fresh setting spray or setting mist. Now you have to be pretty careful with this stuff because the mist is so fine, it feels like hardly any of it is getting on your skin. And so you go ham with it and then you end up super wet and you're like, oh, okay, I didn't need to go that hard with it. So just a little tip on that, guys. Be aware of that if you're going to be using it. It does work really well. It's just such a fine mist. While my face is drying from that moisture mop that I just put on there, I'm going to go ahead and do my lashes. I have been using, as I think I've said in every video, the Benefit Roller Lash, and then topping it off with the It Cosmetics Superhero Mascara. Let's go ahead and toss your lashes on or coat your lashes with some mascara, whatever it is you do. Now when I do look like this, that I don't wear liner, and I also am not wearing falsies, I like to take my mascara brush and just kind of shake it back and forth right along the lash line. This will help kind of build up a nice thicker layer of mascara right at the base of your lashes to make it look thicker, fuller, darker, to make it almost look like you have a liner on. Gonna go ahead and finish off the look with the lips. I'm going to be using the Tarte lip paint in the shade Delish. I have purchased this lip shade a few times because I love it so much. It's just the perfect nude warm lip. Alright guys, so this is the look. Let me know down below what you guys think about this look. I have really been enjoying this look throughout the fall. It's been like a perfect cooler weather look. This palette is super awesome. If you guys haven't picked it up and you're looking for an easy fall palette, go ahead and check that out. I will link down the other video I did with this palette as well. Please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. It would mean a lot to me so you guys can come back and check out what other looks I do. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys next time. Bye.